You said before the game that with how their defense has been playing and how your offense has been playing, that was going to be a great matchup. It seemed like it was a great matchup for you tonight. You talk about the team's finishing ability. You shot 79% from two-point range.
Yeah, I mean, to have 88 in the paint is just an incredible number. And one of the coaches told me that Christian Brown had 22 of those 88, which is also an incredible number. They had guys out tonight, and we know we'll see a much different team on Wednesday night. Hopefully DeAndre Ayton is okay. I know he left the game, so you never want to see anybody get hurt. But yeah, I mean, to your point, Matt, 29 fast break points, 88 in the paint, 44 assists, only 10 turnovers. I mean, the offensive numbers across the board were just incredible, and the efficiency in which we were able to do that. And much is always made of all the nuggets. I think somebody said we got to diversify our offense at one point. Why? Stick with what's working. We put up 146 points. And, we've led the league all year long to this point as we approach the All-Star break in fast break points and paint points and assists. And that's how we do it. This is just, the way our team is built. And we believe in it. We buy into it. And obviously, CB was phenomenal tonight. Nikola, offensively and defensively, his levels. To guard Anthony Simons, man, you got to be at the level. And Nikola does not get enough credit for his defense. He never does. I thought Julian, Jamal, and then obviously Jalen Pickett off the bench was outstanding. 9 assists, no turnovers. Zeke. And I got to give Trey Alexander a shout out. We've been talking about rebounding all day. He said, "Coach, look at my per minute rebounds." He had 4 rebounds in 4 minutes. So you shout out to Trey for helping on the glass.
This is right to all that you're doing, what you're doing, and you're still not healthy. You guys aren't healthy either.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think depending upon how the game goes on Wednesday night, we have a chance to be at the very same record as we were last year going into the break. And we wound up tying a franchise record for 57 wins. And when you take into account some of the lineups that we've had out there, I never imagined some of the lineups that I'm playing, I'll be honest. But the season forces you to do things. You adjust. And guys are playing well. You look at all the young guys and how they're improving and gaining confidence. And the 20 games or so that Aaron Gordon missed, the fact that right now we have no Michael Porter, no Peyton Watson, no Russell Westbrook. So, yeah, it's great. We just got to, stay hungry. That's what I want to make sure our team does. Don't get satisfied, 7 in a row. Stay hungry. If we can stay hungry, going into the break, coming out of the break, we'll put ourselves in a good position. We'll see what happens from there.
Obviously, Zeke and Jalen have been a part of this team for a long time, but getting some on-the-court moments, the guys leapt up off the bench when Jalen had that and one. Can it go a long way for the confidence in making guys feel like they're one of the guys and not just kind of on the roster?
Yeah, and I would hope, even prior to those moments, that all of our players feel like they are a part of the group. I think we have a tremendous locker room, tremendous culture where we talk about family and whether you're the 18th guy or the first guy. You're going to be treated with love and respect by everybody, and you're going to be coached. But when you see a guy like Zeke have a stretch of games like he's had and how excited the guys are for him, or, Jalen Pickett looking like Bob Cousy out there getting to the basket for the floating one-hander, and you see how excited the guys are, that speaks to, what I'm talking about, and us always trying to encourage and ask for guys to be truly selfless, and that's being happy for another guy's success. And we've seen that so many times, and we continue to see it, which is why this team is such a unique team to coach.
Michael, you guys have had individual struggles, you use a phrase, participate in your own recovery quite a bit. I'm curious how you've seen Jalen do that over, through some of the rough times.
Well, I'll tell you, in his defense, he's never gotten a chance to play until this year. So it's hard to go out there and show what you're capable of doing if you're never given that opportunity. And he did not have a good summer league, and he knows that. But one thing about Jalen that's really impressed me is that he didn't feel sorry for himself. He just found a way to get back in the gym and work. And early in this season, when guys were out with injury and we put him out there, he showed that, hey, I can come out here and run our team. I can take care of the basketball. I can make my teammates better. I can make an open shot, and I can guard my man and have discipline. Well, if you do all those things, you have no problem in my book. So this year he's gotten the opportunity, and he's taken advantage of it, and he's played a really good basketball for us. So without Russell Westbrook, Jalen's a rotation player, and he's been outstanding for us. And again, 9 assists, no turnovers against a team that had the #1 defense the last 12 games is pretty impressive for a guy that did not play really any meaningful minutes last season.
Michael, the defense, the past handful of games seems like it's been better. Have you guys figured out how you want to be playing on that side of the ball?
I think it's a constant work in progress. I don't know what it is. We'll see what the defensive rating was tonight. But in our last 6 games, we were 8th in defensive rating, which coincides to winning games. When you have the #8 defense and #1 offense the last 6, you're going to win a lot of games. And obviously for us to put up 146 tonight, and but still there are a lot of things we can be better. We fouled too much tonight, 26 free throw attempts. We gave up 15 made threes. And their bench, obviously 22 for Blanton, 21 for Klingon. There's a lot of room for improvement on that end of the floor, but I like to clean things up, as I often say after a win. It's much better than doing it after a loss.
Last one.
You guys all talked about preseason, how you knew Christian Brown was ready to take that next step. Given what you've gotten from him so far this season, how does the reality of who he is meet what your expectations were?
Well, if you would have told me, hey, after game 52, that CB would be amongst the league leaders in fast break points and paint points, I don't know if I would have believed you. So when I say that, you have to give him so much credit, because the one thing I did tell him is, don't try to be KCP, because you're not. Like, just be true to yourself. That's a life lesson my mother and father taught me many years ago. In this world, you got to be true to yourself, as a person, as a player, as a coach, whatever it may be. And CB has stayed so true to himself. He goes out there, he attacks every possession, never retreats, never takes one backward step, which you love about him. He runs the floor, he doesn't jog, he sprints every time. And there's a reason he's amongst the league leaders in transition points per game. And to have 22 in the paint just speaks to him running, cutting, finishing. And obviously he's worked on his game so much. He's rebounding, he's defending. He was our defensive player of the game tonight, guarding a guy like Anthony Simons. So I couldn't say enough great things about Christian Brown and the impact on our winning, especially this season.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, everybody.
40 from Jim.